And here we are down on the Digby Neck, and we're going to go and visit the owner-operator of Trout Cove Art Studio, our new neighbor. This is Liz's studio. Such a beautiful setting and such beautiful work. And this is her outside. And how inspirational is that? Just gorgeous. Oh, and here comes Liz now. Hi, Liz. Thanks very much for having us come down and see you today.
Hi, Nidhi. Thank you for coming down and seeing me here in Trout Cove.
Is that your artwork around your neck?
Yes, that is. Thanks for asking. That's 100% linen scarf that's been printed with one of my paintings using eco-friendly dyes.
It's beautiful. Lovely colors.
Thank you.
So can you tell us, how long have you been in Canada?
So I've moved to where I am now, this house here, in 2016 full time. But I know the region really well because my mom, who's Canadian, she has a house down the road, and so we came up as teenagers regularly. So I kind of fell in love with the area and moved here full time in 2016 to start my studies at St. Anne's.
Wonderful. And I know your business is an art studio, obviously. When did you open it?
So the business was opened last summer, last July, and basically was open for 3 days a week. And I also work in tourism, so it's been a really good combination to be able to do both and complement each other.
And was there a reason you picked this area?
So there's several reasons really. One is with my mom right down the road. That's been really nice. And also this area is popular with both summer residents and tourists and people that are concerned about the environment. And it also means that I can integrate the garden into the studio and make it more of a nice experience for those that can come along and visit.
What a wonderful idea. Um, has this location helped with your creativity?
Yes, I mean this location, because we're on a small piece of land that's only 2 kilometers wide on the neck, we have 2 bays on either side, so the light levels are fantastic. And as an artist and a photographer, light is inspiring in itself. And we're just surrounded by the weather, so it makes a real difference whether it's a beautiful autumn day or a blizzard. You really are enveloped into it, which is really inspiring.
That's very interesting. So you do different types of medium. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so certainly abstract, or I should say acrylic on canvas is one of my main mediums. And I also use some mixed media as well, and I do photography as one of the things that I do. And I also work with other artists. I'm currently working with an abstract group of artists, so that's been a lot of fun. And a lot of my practice is about looking at that link between the real and the abstract and kind of pushing that limit.
Wow. And I noticed when I was in the gallery and I took the roundabout, you have different size pieces. If you had an average piece, like the one that's on the easel right there,
That's 3 feet by 3 feet. Yeah.
yes, about how long would you spend doing a painting like that?
So it does vary. Some of them have a lot of layers in them, where I'm doing pouring or splattering or drawing or whatever. So it could be as much as a month, but there are some pieces that I have come back to after 2 years. So I kind of sometimes put them aside, and the piece then tells you what needs to happen with it. So you get that feeling of when it's complete, and sometimes that takes time and that takes distance to be able to figure that out.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. So can you give us some idea of where your customers are coming from?
So yeah, so I think, for example, there, in terms of visitors to the studio and work where it's gone to, there's work in California and in Massachusetts, in Chicago, in Toronto, in New Brunswick, and most recently in Nova Scotia.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thanks. So that's been really fun, and as I say, working with other artists is good. And so in the summertime, having other artisan work who have a similar ethos of being committed to their craft and having that sense of place and those are kind of things that I find appealing and have been appealing to visitors as well, both summer residents and tourists.
So, Liz, can you tell us, with COVID and the pandemic, how have you been getting your paintings out there?
So that's a great question because obviously it has affected so many small businesses and including the studio. So really it's been about getting the business online, and so now it's possible to actually visit and actually see the paintings and scarves and some of the other artisans' work. And you can actually order online as well. So, and there are some examples also of the lovely scarves that make great gifts for Christmas time. So, yep, definitely visit on troutcovestudio.com and be great to welcome people to the virtual world as well.
Well, great. Well, Liz, thank you very much for inviting us down today. It was wonderful seeing your work. It was wonderful speaking with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.